Hello everyone, I'm Cameron Smith, your instructor for, pardon me, Human Biology and Evolution, this online course about human biology and evolution. And what we'll be reviewing are the last roughly 4 million years of human prehistory. And what we do on this online class, I teach here at PSU. This is my PSU office. I also teach classes at Linfield College on campus. But I also do some online classes like this. And these are great for people who have oftentimes a work schedule. It's not so easy to go to classes, for example. Also people who are perhaps out of state and want to continue taking a Linfield class but are doing it in this format. Anyway, so this format gives you a lot of flexibility. Essentially, every week there will be a number of readings and there will be a short writing assignment. And then there will be, supplemented with all of that, there will be essentially a guide to learning for that week called I think it's called the weekly learning module. And that basically just tells you kind of the points that I'm trying to get across during the week. It gives you the actual assignment, gives you the pages to read in the book, for example. So I'll set that up today. I'll turn on the first learning module, and that'll give you an idea of sort of what's going to come in the next, I think it's 14 weeks. And essentially we have a textbook which provides the basic material. But there's a lot of other material that I'm going to be giving you online. You don't have to buy it or anything. There are two options for the textbook. If you look on the syllabus, you'll see that it says the 15th edition of Annual Editions Physical Anthropology. You could also use the 17th. Get whatever you can find, whichever of those two editions that you can find that is a bargain. Get it online somewhere. The updates that they make to these to charge a higher fee for the new edition are scandalous, to be honest, and I just don't want you to pay for that. In fact, it's one of the reasons that I'm writing my own Intro to Physical Anthropology textbook, is to make a more affordable one. Anyway, whichever of the two editions, as I say, you can either get the 15th or the 17th. All the info is on the course syllabus. Whichever edition you get, basically the content is the same. They've switched a few things around and they've got a new article here or there. But I provide reading guides or reading assignments each week for each of those two editions. So whichever one you get is fine. Essentially, the structure of the class goes through beginning with human biology. Essentially, we're looking at human evolutionary biology. That is, where do we come from? What is our place in the world of living things? And that puts us into an examination of the primate order. We begin, however, with an examination of the evolutionary process, because it's evolution that is at the heart of the life sciences, and it's the explanatory device for all living things, from their DNA, from the molecular level, right up to populations of living things and things that we're familiar with in terms of human evolution with regard to, for example, speciation and changing through time. So we start with evolution. That leads us into, okay, what is our place in the natural world, which is, hold on, I don't think we're running here. Yes, we are. So we continue in looking at the primate order, and we see, okay, where do we exist in the biological world? And then we continue on looking very carefully, for example, at the fossil record, and then also the genetic and the DNA evidence that helps us understand what we are as living things. You'll learn a lot about fossils. Here's a fossil finger bone from an Australopithecine, an early hominin. You'll also learn a lot about the fossils from all kinds of time periods and all kinds of places worldwide. And you'll be learning the essential chronology. You'll also learn about some hominin behavior. This includes things like this, tool use. I got my start in African prehistory, working on field projects excavating million-year-old sites in Africa, and I still have a strong connection with that really ancient material. And that'll bring us right up to modern humans. We start to see modern human speciation on the order of 100,000 years ago, and then we see humanity spreading worldwide and devising, or not devising, but evolving or adapting in different regions in slightly different ways biologically, so that you have different sort of hair colors and skin tones and so on in different regions worldwide. But this is essentially the structure of the course. We begin with an understanding of the evolutionary process, and then we see how that process has played out in terms of human evolution, which again takes us through primate, the primate order, our place in the primate order, and then what's happened in the last 4 million years or so, for which we have a good fossil and increasingly now genetic record as well. So have a look at the syllabus today. I'll put the first assignment online. It's to do some of the reading and then write sort of a response. The weekly writing assignments, you should try and get them in on time. But one of the great things about an online format is that if you for some reason can't get it right on time, the computer crashes or something like that, I want you to be aware, don't worry too terribly much about it. Do try to get them in on time, but don't panic if you don't get it in right away. The online format, I mean, we should be flexible. The point is to be flexible. So I'll talk more about that as we go along. Also, the first week or so, I'll be more so as I'm grading and sort of evaluating and thinking about your papers, which I then I write a comment. You turn it in online, so you write the paper, you press some buttons, you turn it in online, and then I write a comment back to you, and you can read that comment, and that comment comes along with your grade. In the first couple of weeks, don't worry too much about the grades. I'm basically going to be trying to get a handle on who everybody is as students, where you are with your writing abilities. People come from all kinds of backgrounds, and I just kind of want to get a handle on who everybody is in the class. All right. Weekly, I probably won't do a video, although there are archived. I'll send you links to videos I've done before that are still up to date. But pretty often I'll probably be giving you audio updates, and that is basically I talk into a voice recorder while I'm out having a walk or something like that, and I'm thinking about the class material. I'll occasionally be putting that online, and those are great. People love them. It's an MP3 file, so you can listen to it while you're doing the dishes or driving to work or something like that, and it just kind of keeps you engaged with the material. So that we have textbook, we have some readings I'll put online, sometimes video clips, sometimes audio clips, and your weekly writing and reading assignments. That's about it. Hope you enjoy the class. I certainly do. I love this topic, and it's so exciting with so much new research happening, really exciting new research happening, and new discoveries being made all the time. All right, I will talk to you again at the end of the week.